It's the grandson of Right Thought, and welcome back to the School of Marvelous Light. A king doesn't kill his man, but he saves them. A king gives his life up for his men. He sacrifices everything for his brothers. That's what a king does. He's a servant to his men. In this world, men love to be served. And this is why they hate the one you love, Yahushua, the Christ. This is why the world hates him. They hate what he stands for, which is humility, which is being last, which is being content therewith any circumstance that I'm in. This world cannot be content in any circumstance, and you know that. This world has become so accustomed to comfort that it has grown and waxed weak. And because of that weakness, it can't withstand, or in other words, be content in any uncomfortable circumstance that it finds itself in. This world fights for its comfort, for itself. And so how do they present their kings to you? As men who eat first and take the best parts and the best seats and the best of the best of the best of the best is what's respected in this world, even though we know that it's all temporal and vanity, because that world is temporal. And when you know that something is temporary, you have this looming dread in the back of your mind that it's going to end. Everything that's good has that associated with it in this world. And we know, and I often remind you that he reminds us not to be conformed to the image of this world. That image I just described to you, the best, and I have the best, and I have the best. What good is it to have the best and not have anybody to share it with? What good is that? But yet you see them doing it in this world over and over and over again. Their kings in this world can't sleep unless they have 100 soldiers around their bed with semi-automatic rifles in their hands. The carnal mind is death, but the spirit mind is life and peace. Is that life and peace? Because the peace that God gives surpasses your understanding, and it allows you to dwell in a place that has no gates, no walls, obviously no fear. Why? Because perfect love casts that thing out, and people in this world are trying to use everything under the sun to put out fear, when God has already told you what puts it out, and he also has already told you what things are under the sun available to you. And what are they? Vanity and vexation of spirit. Now, what's weightier, the spiritual things of life or the fleshly things of life? We know that the flesh profiteth nothing, neither indeed can inherit the kingdom of heaven. Flesh and blood can't do that. So then why do I give that my attention? Don't I know that it's temporal like everything else is? So the one who was speaking about eternal life, maybe I need to listen to him and find out what I need to do to get that. And when you find out what you need to do, you're going to be shocked at first at the simplicity and easiness of it. Wow. And then the obviousness of it as well. And you will see your sin for what it is. You'll see your covetousness. You'll see your idolatry. You'll see, in other words, the law kills. Yep, that guy you used to be is going to get killed now because he sees himself for what he is. He's got to die. The covetous man must die. That's why the letter of the law killeth. See, thou shalt not covet. Oops, I did. Die. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Oops, I did. Die. Thou shalt not lie. Oops, I did. Die. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Oops, I did. Die. Thou shalt keep the Sabbath day holy. Oops, I didn't. Die. And you think this ain't about Abba's pity and grace and mercy upon us? You think it's about something that you can do to earn your way into that door? It's not possible that a man enter into the kingdom by his works of his hands, because the flesh profits nothing. Yes, it looks cool. It does. You build a beautiful castle, kings. Remember, we're talking about kings. You build a beautiful castle and it looks like it will never be brought down. And then it ends up being brought down. They shall build, but I shall throw down. He's talking about the kings of this world. They shall build, but I'm going to keep throwing it down. Even if they build their nest up to the stars, from thence, even up there, I'll bring their asses right on down to the ground under my foot. Because I'm a true king. Humility will win every time. Patience will solve the argument every time. So will kindness. So will long suffering. Now the question is, can you do it? Because that's what makes you a king. Self-sacrifice does. Yahushua proved that. And in the Old Testament, David proved that. It's about sacrificing yourself for your men's sake. David did things that were, by the law, unlawful, but he did it to save life. I hope y'all hear that real nice and dandy and good. Didn't Yahushua do that? Hey, man, you did wasn't it lawful. You eating corn on the Sabbath day, man. You ain't supposed to be doing that, man. Did you not read what David did when he took the showbread, which was not lawful? He also took the ephod of a priest and put it on and consulted the Most High, which was not lawful. But he said, I need to know as a king that I'm doing the right decision. And the only way I'll know that is to hear Abba myself. No middleman, I need to hear myself. That came from his heart. What came from his heart? I want to save my people, is what the Spirit says. So grant me your grace to do this thing so that I may get it from you, Father. In other words, face to face. Because you can't see God and live. So the only way you can do that is to receive his grace. Like the grandson told you, I was told in the 40 days. I give you my grace. And then what did I see? A skull flashing all the colors of the rainbow vibrantly before me in a vast black void. A radiant skull shining the colors of the rainbow. And when the mouth opened, my mouth opened. And when it vomited out the filth, I felt the relief. That's called face to face. Abba said, you feel that? I said, yeah. He said, don't you feel better? I said, yeah. What was he telling me? I am. Same thing that he told Moses at the burning bush. That's my burning bush. What kind of skull is this? Vibrating all the colors of the rainbow. Let me turn to see what this is. And when I turned to look, he said, take your shoes off. For the place you stand is holy ground. Not many preachers preach to you barefoot, do they? Not too many. In America, that is. But I can only tell you what I have seen and heard. I can only tell you what he has shown me, just like Christ said, and just like all the apostles say, and just like all the followers of Christ say. All the followers of the Spirit tell you what they hear the Spirit say to them. Not what they've come up with or what they've decided to say. It's what they heard the Spirit say. I heard the Lord speak to me, just like in the prophets. The word came to me. It's the same thing. And we know that there be some fakers out there trying to get some vain glory for themselves. Talk about, yes, God said this and God's going to do this. God's doing this and and all this other hibbity hop bebop crap. That's what the white father says when the daughter brings her black boyfriend over and shit. I don't want any of this hip hop bebop crap going on with my grandkids. What the hell's going on here? And that's from living proof. I had that experience myself. When I was in middle school, one of my best friends in those middle school years was a Irish girl, milky skin, as you can imagine. I being Irish, freckles and bright blonde hair and beautiful girl. Bridget, her name. Well, we used to hang out a lot because we were good friends. I don't know. We just got along so well. I don't know why. We just did. And in the midst of us hanging out, she says, "Why don't you come over to my house? I want you to meet my brother and my dad and everything." I kind of knew her brother. Her brother used to rap, so he wanted to get to know me because he knew I made music and stuff. And this is in middle school. He was a high schooler at the time, but it was in middle school, but I made music already. So he wanted to get to know me anyway. So I go over there. Well, I'm sitting over there in the den with her, talking with her and her brother and everything. And her dad, big Irish dude, man, walks in, big old guy. And he looks, he sees me. "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hi, how you doing?" He's like, "Okay." Just came in to check, see what's going on. He just walks out. I'm like, "Okay." Bridget was like, "Hold on." She goes out there, talks, don't comes back in. So she's like, "Yeah, I told him that you were my friend from school and blah, blah." I just explained it to him. It's the first time he's met you. He wasn't expecting to see you. I said, "What did he say to you?" She said, "He said, it's cool. He's hanging out and everything. That's fine. But if I see any mixed babies come out of your belly, I'm going to tie them up in a garbage bag and throw them in the creek behind the house." He didn't tell me that. He told his daughter that about me. Y'all can be friends and be cool, but if you have sex with him and you get pregnant, I don't know why he went there because we never had sex, never wanted to. We were just friends. For all those who say, can a guy and a girl be friends? Yeah. If you look at the heart, you can. And don't look at the outward appearance. But if you look at the outward appearance, it makes it real hard to be friends with a girl. You'd be like, "Oh, yeah, 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 I want to." Man, let me just be real with y'all. When I was in high school, I used to get my hair braided. Okay? And the girl I was with at the time, my high school sweetheart, she used to braid my hair. My hair was long back then too. So she used to braid my hair for free. And still probably is one of the best braiders in Detroit. I mean, the girl is cold with the hair. She just does hair like it's nothing, and she's great at it, especially braids. So she would have my hair looking sweet out in high school. I thought I was the man, right? Plus, my girlfriend was real pretty and beautiful, and everybody thought she was the most attractive girl at school and everything. This is back in my carnal 3D kingship living, where I'm thinking, yeah, you gotta have the baddest girl and everything, which I did at the time. See, so I thought I was the man. Well, she used to braid my hair. Well, we broke up, so she like, "I ain't braiding your hair no more." Or, "I'm gonna charge you to braid it," which I felt funny about that. I ain't about to pay you to braid my hair. You been braid my hair. You been my girl. I mean, come on. Well, so I said, "I'm gonna get somebody else to braid my hair." Well, I met this other girl to braid my hair, and this girl had, oh my goodness, the nicest shape you could imagine. And for some strange reason, when I would go to get my hair braided, she would be wearing this little tank top sports bra and these little tiny little like boy shorts or booty shorts or whatever you want to call them. Little tiny little Spanx, man. And I mean the hips and the thighs all up there and everything. I'm like, good Lord, this girl got a shape. And she's walking around me, braiding my hair. And every time she gets in front of me, I'm trying not to look, but I'm looking hard as heck. I'm like, golly, jeez. See? You see? So when you get caught up on outward appearance, you get to acting crazy like I was acting in that chair. I'm like, oh Lord, okay, hurry up and finish my hair. Come on and braid my hair. Come on and braid my hair. Come on and finish. Come on and braid my hair. Finish. Get it done. I got to get out of here. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling. I'm being real with you. And that's how you feel when you get around the thing that entices you, don't you? You be like, get it out of here. Shit, get that cocaine off the table. I'm going to be like Tony Montana in here. Yep, y'all about to say hello to my little friend because I'm about to have that white stuff all over my face. Get it away. The same way that somebody acts like when they can't stop eating. They just get a plate of food in front of them. Gosh, get it out of here. Don't you see I'm 700 pounds already? Stop putting that bacon on that plate. No, I can't help it, damn it. Stop. Don't put any more maple syrup on them pancakes. Stop doing that. I smell French toast. You make it, stop. Jeez, stop doing it. That's how you feel on the inside when they keep putting it up there. That's why he said flee fornication. See? Get done, hurry up. Come on and braid my hair so I can get the hell out of here. Let me flee because those hips and thighs are looking too damn good. And I'm not talking about KFC neither. You hear what I'm telling to you, little flock? Your boy being honest and real with you. Because I'm a real one. Like I said, I don't lie about human nature. The flesh man. That's the beauty. And I've made a video about this before. But that is the beauty about being the translated man. You have the only way you've been translated into the new man is that you have went and traveled through all the vicissitudes of the flesh man. That's why he says there's nothing that's uncommon to man. Everything that one man goes through, the next man does. So then there's no need in fronting. Because you can't front with me because Abba be telling the truth. And so I listen to what he say. I don't listen to what y'all say. And he said, men do everything they be doing to be seen of men. Yeah, I know. I used to be that man. That's how I know it's true. That's how it works. I used to be him, but I've graduated to the next level. So now I'm able to see it properly. See, if you get the beam out, you can see clear enough to help your brother get the thing that's in his eye out. That's the way it works. Told you the saved only can save the saved. Ain't no bondman saving no slaves. He can't. He's a slave himself. So then he's a hypocrite if he's talking about he can set you free, but yet he's enslaved. No. Part of being a king is expressing your faults. Read Psalm 51. See, this is the beauty of having a real one. He take it right there. And he don't take a long time to get there neither. Psalm 51 verse 1. Have mercy upon me, O El, according to thy loving kindness, according unto the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgression, and my sin is ever before me. My conscience always tells me my sin. Against thee, and thee only, see, have I sinned. We've all sinned against our Maker, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou might be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. See? Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts. What does God desire, little flock? Say it with me. Truth in the inward parts. Let's say it again. Truth in the inward parts. One more time. Truth in the inward parts is what Abba desires. And in the hidden part, you shall make me to know wisdom. In the hidden part, in the secret place, Christ described by saying, go into your closet and shut the door, that your Father who sees in secret, in the hidden part, shall make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop branch. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which you have broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O El, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. And then will I teach transgressors thy ways. Ain't it true today, Israel? And sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O El. The thing I described to you earlier, not loving my neighbor as myself. That's where I fell short, Abba. When I took my brother who loved me and dedicated his life to service to me, and I put him there on the front line to watch him die so I could take his little lamb that he cherished and took beautiful care of. Brotherly love broke that bond when I didn't keep it. When I didn't keep brotherly love, I broke the bond that holds us together as brothers. And it tarnished my heart. And it killed my spirit. But Abba will renew. Spirit can't die. Thou El of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. O Abba, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth thy praise. For you desirest not sacrifice. We just talked about this. Else would I give it. You delightest not in burnt offerings. The sacrifices of El, he gonna tell you exactly what they are today. Listen, if you want to sacrifice to Abba. The sacrifices of El are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O El, thou wilt not despise. I have sinned, Father, and fallen short of your glory. I have stolen from my brothers and taken things that didn't belong to me unrightfully. I've brought shame on my father and my mother by taking things that didn't belong to me and not treating my neighbor as myself and loving them properly. It always comes back to how I treated another. That makes you feel sick to the stomach. That makes you feel regret when you know I didn't handle it properly. Abba, give me grace. Like David is saying here, a king. Self-accountability. I have done this evil. Not, they did this to me. They did it to me. They did it to me. They did it to me. You sound like that mosquito. That irritating mosquito that sucks the blood. Get your nasty ass away from me. Ain't that how you treat a mosquito? Get your ass on. I don't like killing, but I got to do it. You won't give me any alternative. You keep buzzing while I'm laying here trying to sleep. You buzz by my ear, and I know you're a mosquito because I could tell by that damn sound you're making. They did it to me. 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 And that fucking pointer you stabbed me with, that's your finger. They did it to me. 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 How much lifeblood is it going to take before you're satisfied, you little fucking sucker? Not motherfucker, sucking fucker. I know. Y'all sensitive ones like, dang, girl, so why you gotta do like that? Because it's just being silly. Sucking fuckers. Oh, man. Y'all heard that word motherfucker. You have heard it said motherfucker. We talk about sucking fuckers. Them damn sucking fuckers won't stop. That's not a king. Do kings act like that? No, but the king will do this. Get your ass up off me. Sucking on something that don't belong to you so you can live. It ain't yours. Get your own. Get your own oil. Trying to suck up on mine. The sacrifices are a broken spirit. See? Contrite heart. See? Do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem. Then shalt thou be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shall they offer bullocks upon thine altar. What does he mean there in 19 about the sacrifices? The pure hearts will come back to the Father, ready to receive the word of truth. I have sinned. When you get there, now you're ready to die. See? It's not some gruesome thing of this world. This world tells you evil is good and good is evil. It's always going to lie to you. You got to come back to the truth. That's the death of man, when he realizes his sinful, disgusting nature, and he falls at the altar of God and he confesses his sin like David did. And so he was called a man after Abba's own heart. Doesn't mean that he did everything perfectly in his life. So why you feel so bad when you make a mistake, my brother? While we on this subject, my brothers, I know that you are suffering. And it's hard sometimes. And there are many things of this world that can take the edge off. Some of them are not so bad for you, some of them are bad for you, and some of them are good for you. And it would be wise to choose the things that are helpful to you and good for you to do, that don't harm you. Because if you're already feeling the effects of suffering, then why add harm unto suffering? Why compile suffering upon yourself and make your living harder on yourself? You don't have to do that. You don't need it. Whatever it is that's holding you back in your life, brother, you don't need it. All you need is the truth of I am. And before that vice that gripped its nasty claws into your life, you were a beautiful babe. You were the joy of your mother or your father, whether you know it or not. Don't let this world lie to you. I live in the same world where there are 5 little children out there who do not see their father, but their father loved them earnestly. Their father cannot wipe them out of his mind. He can't. Give me the words, Father. He can't remove the sting of them being separated from him, no matter what he does. So that proves that only the truth can restore that lack that you're feeling. Nothing else can. And it's love. And it's holding on to your faith that the things that you love that bring joy to your heart, you will have them in abundance, just like Job did. When he suffered, he was restored. And the end of Job was better than the beginning. And just recently on a video, we read that about you, Israel, my brothers, that your end will be better than the beginning of your life. He promised us that. We are a peculiar chosen generation. Can't you see the peculiarness of your brother here talking to you? Aren't I a peculiar teacher of the book? Aren't I? You see another one quite like me? Or am I unique? Am I the branch of branches? And it's okay to accept who you are. It's okay. The truth makes people that coming out of a world of lies uncomfortable. In other words, the promised land, when people see it, makes them uncomfortable when they've come out of bondage. They say, oh my God, I'm a grasshopper. Look at the giants. And they get nervous. It just means you get nervous over your truth then, because that's called the promised land for a reason. It's promised to you. So why do you ever believe that you will not inherit it? I will give you the land that I swear to give to your fathers. The peculiar generation is going to receive that. Us. So you only turn to those vices when you forget that. And it's only you only forget it is because it's a long time in coming. One of our brothers sang a song. I told you how us Hebrews sing. Sam Cooke, it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. He was killed. He was murdered. I may not get there with you, brothers, but I've seen it. I may not reach it with you, but I've seen it. He was killed. But our Father sees it all. He watches our suffering, and He has caught every tear of ours in His bottle, and He remembers everything that we have suffered. Just like a man who has lost his children has caught every tear of theirs in His bottle of His heart, longing for them, just like the Father longs for His children. Now I understand your mind, Father. It took me to experience what you have experienced to see it. Sin destroys your house. Read the Aleph Bet in Hebrew and see the story that it tells you. Let him who have wisdom understand what I just told you. Sin will tear your house down, little flock. It is still everything that you have, including your life if you let it. So before it's too late, it's time that we rise up and be true kings, servant leaders, as our Master taught us to be. He was sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So if you're of that family, then it's time that you rise up and take your place as a servant leader to your brothers and be kings and priests like He told you you are. Remember I told you David? Remember I told you David grabbed the ephod and put it on as a priest garment? That means king and a priest. See? So it's about time that we accept our inheritance. I have, haven't I? I boldly take up my place as the grandson of Jesse. Now, if you know the scriptures, then you know that the grandson of Jesse is Solomon, the branch who builds the temple. Did Solomon build the temple? Was Solomon's sin lust? What did the grandson tell you was the reason he's in Sodom and Egypt? Lust. See how there's no lies in it ever? It never is. So the grandson learned his lesson and he kicked Jezebel's ass out the house. You see that there? And though she run along in her pride saying, I sit a queen, I'll never be a widow and all that stuff, we know how it ends. We know how it ends. So like I say, little flock, take up your cross, take up your mantle. Your cross is your identity. Take it up and stand in these last days by the grace and pity and mercy of our Father. Call it upon yourself every day so that you can be covered in it, and it will cover a multitude of sin. Shalom Israel.